Hey guys, it's Truman from 4Runner Lifestyle. Today we're going to be installing these Baja Designs fog light kit on this 4Runner. So we're going to be swapping out these OEM fog lights for the Baja Designs ones. This is a 2021 TRD Off-Road Premium. It's going to be pretty similar for any 5th gen 4Runner, but if you want one of these, you just go in the link in the description and get one for yourself on the 4Runner Lifestyle website. Okay, so here's what comes with the kit, you guys. Just going to open it up here. It comes with all of the mounting brackets, all the hardware, all the harnesses that you'll need for the install today. The ones that we will be installing today are these SAE Ambers. Now there's a couple other options that we can choose from, and we'll show you those now. So here are the options that they come with for your fog light kit. The first option is going to be whether you want the SAE or the Squadron Sports. The main difference is just the light output. These ones are going to be your SAEs. These come a little bit darker on the lens just so you can drive these day to day on the street, not have to bother anybody. They're still much brighter than the OEMs, but you're able to use it day to day. These ones are your Squadron Sports. These ones are going to be much brighter. These ones are meant for like off-roading, maximum output light. These are going to look amazing. These are a little less usable day to day just because they're not street legal, but these are also a good option. Okay, so the same thing goes for the Amber. You have the SAE version and the Squadron Sports. The Squadron Sports are going to be much brighter, but the SAEs are street legal, so you can use them day to day through like snowstorms, fogginess, or anything like that. The second option that you have is between the Amber and the White. Just depending on what lights are running already or what looks best for your car, you can pick either one. Today we're going to be installing the SAE Amber fog lights. Okay, so first step of the install is gaining access to the back of the fog lights. We're going to do this by removing the fender liner or just pulling it away with these 3 bolts right here, 2 bolts underneath, and then 2 clips in the wheel well. So all 5 of these bolts are going to be removed with a 10mm socket. Okay, and these are the 2 lower 10mm bolts. Okay, so the first clip is located just above the tire. This one is a little tough for us to get out. We tried using a pry tool. This is just a little too flimsy fast. So we're gonna pull out the screwdriver and just try to wedge it out with that. And we're gonna show you the other one as well. So here's the upper clip, and here is the lower clip, a little bit farther back in the wheel well. So here's what the clip looks like up close. There's going to be 2 tabs on each side. If you can get your screwdriver in and press one of them and pull it down, you can do the same to the other side and eventually it will come out. It is hard though. Okay, so now that we got the first one out, we're going to get the second one out the same way and see if it comes out easier. Okay, so now that we got those clips removed, now we can pull away the fender liner to gain access to the fog lights. We're just going to remove that by pushing over the fender liner, releasing some clips, and tucking it up on top of the wheel. Okay, so to gain easier access of the fog lights, we're going to turn the wheel outwards, and so we can tuck the fender liner in, and so we can get up in there. Okay, so now that the wheel is turned, we're going to pull the fender liner back and then gain access to those fog lights. On the spots where we removed the screws, we're going to push up the tabs that connect the fender liner to the front bumper, and it's going to be done like that, and then you can remove the fender liner. So looking up into the fender liner, this is the actual back of the fog light right here. All you have to do to remove it is just removing these 2 Phillips head screws on this side, and then there's 2 tabs on this side that just pull out when the 2 screws are removed. Okay, so before removing the fog lights, you're just going to want to hold the fog light in place and pull this tab up underneath the harness. Just give that a squeeze and then pull the harness out. That will remove all the electricals to the fog light, and so you can remove it out safely. Okay, then now that everything's removed, you just grab the fog light, give it a twist out like this, and then you can remove the fog light housing. Okay, so here's the housing once it's removed. As you can see, this is where the 2 screws were located that we pulled out. And back here are the 2 tabs that were just slipped in. Okay, so now that we got the old housing out, we can put in the new one. These are side specific, and so with the ventilation on the top, the thicker part of the housing, as you can see there, is gonna be towards the center of the car. That's gonna be same on the driver's side, just flipped. The thicker part is gonna be towards the center of the car. Okay, so here's the mounting brackets that Baja Design gives us for this kit. You're gonna wanna take this piece right here. It's this L-shaped one with 2 holes on it. It's gonna look like this. It's going to mount to the side of this housing right here. And these are gonna replicate where the screws go in. And then this one right here, the one with the tabs on the back, this one is gonna use to replicate the tabs of the OEM one. And that's just gonna bolt to the left side right there. Do a little casual this. Okay, so when it comes to the wiring harness, this is what Baja Designs provides for us. This side right here is going to be going to our OEM harness, and on this other side we have the 2 prongs, brown and black, going to the Baja Design Squadron Sports. So we're going to use this guy right here. We're going to slip these into their individual slots and then lock them on, and then we can harness everything together. First things first with this harness, we're going to take this provided piece right here and slip it into the Baja Designs, and they're going to snap it in like this. It only goes on one way. Okay, so now that we got that clipped on, we want to correspond black to black and white to brown. I know it's kind of weird, but we just want to make sure we don't want to swap polarities here, because this is pretty much just a one-take thing. And so you can see the black is on the top right there, and so we're going to want to put black in the top connection right there, and these will just slip in. Okay, once those are in, we're just going to bring this black tab up right here to lock those into place. Okay, last thing before we throw these lights in the car, Baja Designs does provide this rubber sticky pad right here that we can actually attach to the back side of the tabs that go in. This just reduces rattling when you throw them in, and so you don't have to go back in there and fix anything. And so what I've done is just cut it in half, and I'm going to stick them to the back of the tabs right here, and I'm just going to cut them to size so they can fit in. Okay, and then I'm just going to remove the excess so we can fit them into the slot. Okay, now that we got the rubber tabs on there, they're ready to go in. We're just going to want to stick the tab side in first and then slip them into the tabs that they came out of. And we're going to screw in these back 2 bolts, which I'll show you. Okay, once those tabs are slipped in, we're just going to want to shoot in the 2 screws. Okay, now the whole housing is bolted in. All we have to do is connect this wiring harness. It only goes on one way, and so once you click it in together, everything should be connected. Okay, everything's connected. The wiring harness is connected as well. This is what it looks like. They look super sweet. We're just gonna go ahead and power them on, make sure everything works, and we're gonna go do the exact same thing on the driver's side. Okay, we're ready to do the other wiring harness on the other side. Just make sure black goes to black on this one and white goes to brown on this one. Okay, so we got both lights on, they're looking sweet. All we have to do left is just put both fender liners back, put on the 5 bolts and 2 clips, and then we're gonna show you how they look. Okay guys, so that was the install. They're looking super sick. If you want a pair for yourself, just go in the link in the description, and thanks for watching.